Hello and welcome to the Lion Show. It's your host, your favorite business coach, Robert Lyon. So, this is a huge epiphany that I've had recently that I really want you to truly consider and truly think about. Okay, this is not for normal people. This is for people that are crazy like me that just want to create amazing products and make a lot of money. So, we're finally getting into the era where it's incredibly easy to build a product or build a business, build a following, sell products and sell shit, right? So how do we capitalize on this? And I've had some massive epiphanies, and this is something I've been working on, I feel like, my whole entrepreneurial life, right? So 10 plus years or whatever. And it's so simple, and you're not really going to understand exactly how powerful this is until you try it, or until you take what I'm going to say seriously and you go all in, okay? So the reason that I'm saying it's best time in the world to really create a product, everything is super fast. If you want a landing page and you have a business idea, you can literally get it all set up within like 24 hours and launch it with paid advertising, with a customer acquisition system in place. That being said, you can also make software insanely fast. If you know how to code just a little bit, you can even find other people's software and then just like rip their code and sell it as your own. There's a lot of software that you can build right now where you don't have to do any code. You just take what other people have made, put it all together, package it and sell it. You can have AI write all the shit for you. You can have an idea and robots can write it for you. Or VAs can even write it for you, or people on Fiverr can write it for you. It goes on and on and on and on, right? So it's a lot easier now to make a product, make a business than it ever was ever before in the history of fucking anything. So this is the basics. Okay, this is like Robert Lyon dropping the knowledge that you truly need to capture 101. Okay, and I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can. Okay, this is from Gary Halbert's book. As you know, once in a while this is his reading, but I want to tell this story because this is the point of this whole episode. As you know, once in a while I give a class on copywriting and selling by mail. One of the questions I like to ask the students is, if you and I both owned a hamburger stand and we were in contest to see who would sell the most hamburgers, what advantages would you most like to have on your side? The answers vary. Some people say they would like to have the advantage of having superior meat from which to make their hamburgers. Others say they want sesame seed buns. Others mention location. Someone usually wants to be able to offer the lowest prices, and so on. Anyways, after my students are finished telling what advantages they would most like to have, I say to them, okay, I'll give you every single advantage you ask for. I myself only want one advantage. And if you will give it to me, I will whip the pants off all of you when it comes to selling burgers. What advantage do you want? They ask. The advantage I want, I reply, a starving crowd. All right. That is just so powerful. And that is what we're going to talk about in today's episode. How to build a product for a starving crowd. All right. And this is really the deepest thing when I think about it. So like last year, all I cared about was becoming the best copywriter and the best media buyer. I feel like, and business coach, obviously business consultant, but media buying and copywriting seemed like what I was really doing most of that and strategy. Okay. But now with like chat, whatever, GPT, whatever it is, copywriting is pretty much done. Like you come up with a good idea, you have an AI team up with you, saved you fucking tons of time. Media buying, they have AI for media buying. Media buying is just becoming easier. Of course, it's becoming more expensive and you have to know how to have a funnel, but this is the most important thing you can think about as a business owner or as a serial entrepreneur, right? It's how can I create a product for a starving crowd? Because it's very, very easy. Well, it's very easy for me anyways and I'll teach you, to be able to sell your product, right? To set up a landing page, write some copy on it. But the key thing is creating the product for a starving crowd in an uptrend very, very fast and get it to market and ship it, okay? And this is what you need to be thinking about all the fucking time. But it just comes back down to human psychology and what makes people buy. Okay, what makes them buy? Number one, they need it. All right, if you're in a house and your plumbing breaks and your fucking plumbing is flooding the house, you fucking need to pay a plumber to come and fix it. You need to pay for someone to do it. If your roof is leaking and there's a storm coming, you need to buy a new roof, so on and so forth. The next one is they want it. It's something that they want. It's something that's in front of them. It's shiny. It's pretty. It's what they've always wanted. It has something to do with their lives. And boom, they want it. And then number three, the right place at the right time with the right emotions going on, right? Most marketers are trying to fucking capture the people in the third category, right? Where it's like they just run insane amounts of ads, do insane amounts of outreach with the messaging. They hope, they pray, and they just basically capitalize on the flukes that the world gives back to them. Okay, whereas if you're a good copywriter, if you're a good business owner, you make good products, there's no luck involved. It's just you're creating the right product for the right people that need what you're selling or want what you're selling. Okay, but for this topic, we're mostly going to talk about how to create products that people want. Right? Not necessarily need, but want. If you can get into the need industry, that's where millionaires, billionaires are made. All right. But in order for us to continue the conversation about creating products for starving crowds that will sell like crazy, we need to go down this rabbit hole, I guess, of creating products that people will sell. So human psychology, right? The big things that I always think of that all humans want, or that is important, is going to be the big three to start. Health. They want the American dream is to look sexy as fuck. Wealth, become rich, right? So get in better shape, or just without getting in better shape, look fucking good, or look cool, or look better. Have more money, make more money. Emotional stability. Health, wealth, relationships. The third one is have more friends, fall in love with somebody, win friends, and influence people, right? Okay, so if you could create a really good product that helps people make more money, helps people get in better shape, helps people be better in relationships, and then you promote it, you're going to make a lot of money. And the way that you make something that makes you a lot of money is you have leverage for your business, okay? But that's another conversation. You create a leverage business like an online course, software, something that you can delegate to somebody else to do, a VA, blah, 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 blah. But those are the big three. All right, but now we can go a little bit deeper. Status is huge. People buy, Ferraris and Teslas and stuff, not necessarily just because it's like economically feasible or they need it, but because they want it. And it's because of status. Men want to show off. Women want to show off. Everybody wants to show off. Okay. Happiness. Everybody wants to be happy. Mental health is a big one. Mental health, if you can create a good product that improves people's mental health or makes them feel like they're improving their health, that's something that people really need and will pay a lot of money. But happiness. Okay, so I'm going to be creating a product for happiness. I'm really excited about that in 2023. Anyways, this is just something for you to think about. When I was selling real estate coaching, why did people buy real estate coaching? Number one, it was a big, big dream. I want to fucking own houses. I want to wholesale real estate. I don't want to make, tens of thousands of dollars by flipping pieces of paper. Number two, they don't want a boss anymore. They want to give their boss the middle finger, and they want to make enough money to go do whatever they want. So these are things. Make a product so that people don't have to be the boss anymore. They don't have to have a boss anymore. Big dreams. If you have a bigger dream on a sales call, if what you're offering them is a bigger dream that they could achieve, that they could see for themselves, they'll buy from you, right? Creating products that people want, right? So you can create a book, right? And create a book about slutty vampires, okay? Something that is trending right now. You can go on Upwork. You can write a job description. Someone needs to write me a book, 1,000 or 30,000 words. I'll give you $400. Then you have to buy a really nice cover for the book with the slutty vampire on it. You put it on Amazon, you start selling it. And people want that shit because that's kind of trending right now. That's something that people want. You could create a game now where you pay people in India to program your game about slutty vampires or whatever, and then you sell it on Facebook and stuff like that. Probably a lot harder to build than the book. But this is what you need to be thinking about. Thinking about what people want or what people need, and then how can I create a product with the least amount of investment on my end, because my job is going to be to sell the product, right? Once the product is done, now you want to make a world-class product that genuinely solves a problem, but you want to do this as like a side hustle, all right? And you can also make courses. Courses are incredibly easy to make and sell nowadays. You can make software, books, art, whatever the fuck it is. But the point of this conversation is to really get into the mind of the masses and think about how can I easily make a product that solves a problem that everyone in the world right now is struggling with. Happiness, relationships, health, wealth, technology, trying to keep up with all the technology, keep up with the news, finding good deals on softwares and foods and things like that. Like there's always going to be a market, okay? And now that we're all connected through the internet, you should also think of a way that you can create a product that you can sell through the internet that solves a problem to people at scale. And we can worry about price and stuff like that later, as long as we first are just talking about creating a product. Now this can go deeper. It doesn't have to be a low ticket product. It can be a very expensive product, very high end product. In fact, I'd rather it would be. And you can make it sound better by making it a no-brainer by just working on improving a guarantee, improving the level of commitment. And sure, maybe 1 out of 10 or 20 people will want a refund for your product, but the other 8 or the other 7 or whatever the hell it is are going to be totally fine paying for the product and are going to be happy with it. So you can really make things a no-brainer and sell them like crazy if you can solve people's problems or find specific things and create products that people really want. I know, very, very obvious concept, right? But this is just something for you to start thinking about. This is day 1 of me dropping the fucking knowledge on you of how to sell shit. Because if your product is solving a problem, if you had a product that just made people fucking ripped and rich, everybody would buy it right now. They wouldn't even fucking ask questions. They would be like, hold on, stay right where you are while I go get my credit card. You know what I mean? So it's just like, people have lots of money. People will fucking buy all kinds of shit. We're a consumer nation. You just have to create the product that people really either need or really fucking want. Or, location, being in the right place, randomly fucking walking upon people. All right. So I want you to take this seriously. I want you to brainstorm every single idea you can possibly think of what a simple product that solves a problem. I would first start with the problem almost. I would think about your own life. What are things that you're personally trying to fix, that you're personally trying to find answers for? And I would write them all down, that if you could just have a solution for it, you would pay money for. What's something that you would buy right now on a whim, no questions asked, that if it existed, you would pay good money for? Then go out there and build that product. Figure out how to make it. Don't make it overly complicated. Again, leverage. Leverage is huge. Make a leverage business. Make a leverage product. A product that somebody else builds. You come up with the idea. You sell. You make profits. I hope this was beneficial. I hope you really think about what I've said. Figure out where the starving crowd is. Okay? Where is the starving crowd? Because if you got some badass hamburgers and a starving crowd, you're going to sell all out. You're going to consistently sell out, right? And then the job of the entrepreneur is to create the product, stick it in there, make money. Don't overcomplicate this shit. Make it easy. And courses are really, really good to make this kind of stuff. You probably could make a course about how to get rich as fuck and ripped as fuck and live the American dream with all the bitches. I don't know if I recommend it, but hey, it would sell like crazy, man. That's something I would buy right now if you did a good job of it, right? But these are things you need to really deeply think about going into 2023. How can I create a side hustle off of a starving crowd? And how can I find the next trend, right? So like TikTok short form content was a huge trend this year. Now AI is a huge fucking trend. Cryptocurrency, NFTs was a huge trend that literally was like fidget spinners. There's still a lot of valuable stuff in those, but they're gone now. And everybody made fucking buco bucks though. That was like quick to entry, made shit that people needed for no fucking reason. Everybody bought it. Learn how to focus your energy and your mind on the psychology of the active buyer right now in the marketplace. Solve the problems, create products that people want or need, or that you can put in front of them at the right time with the right emotional triggers. And you, my friend, will be financially abundant. All right, this was big though. I hope I drove it home enough. Like the whole thing is like brainstorm products that people need and people want and then make them. And then the real struggle though is finding the time to actually get things done to make these products world class and then to sell them. Okay. So you need to first come up with the idea, but then take immediate action or figure out how you can allocate your time or, what's the word I'm looking for? Delegate somebody else to do it for you. And that's how you can really change your life overnight, by creating products that you'll be able to sell for the rest of your life because people have a need for it or a want for it, and capitalizing on trends and human psychology. Please take this seriously. I look forward to talking to you in the next one. Robert Lyon signing off. Make products that people want.